Good morning, students. Now, as our chapter number 13, all the method we have completed. So now today we are starting with chapter number 12, that is linear programming. Now, student, what is the linear programming? I can say in the one word first that it is the problem, or it is the use of the linear inequality in day-to-day life. This is the type of the problem in which the linear inequalities are used to solve the day-to-day life problem. Now here, before we just go in the further discussion about the linear programming problem, first I want to give you one example here. Let us see this example so we can understood what is the linear programming properly. So let us see first. That is a furniture dealer deals in two items, the tables and the chair. He has rupees 50,000 to invest and has storage space of at most of 60 pieces. If a table costs rupees 2500 and the chair rupees 5,500, he estimates that from the sale of the one table he can make the profit of rupees 250, and from the sale of one chair a profit of rupees 75. He wants to know how many chairs and table he should buy from the available sources or available money so as to maximize his total profit, assuming that he can sell all the items which he buys. Now this is the one condition, one example we have taken here, that a furniture dealer, now he has maximum rupees 50,000 to invest, okay, and with this rupees, and second thing, in his godown only 60 pieces of the tables and the chair can be stored. So now, and the cost of the one table is rupees 2,000 and 500, and the one chair is rupees 500, and now also the profit is also given here, that 250 rupees per chair per table and 75 rupees per 250 rupees per table and 75 rupees per chair. Now he wants to find, now we have to solve that how to maximize his profit. Now when this type of solution, so in this case usually what we can say, if we don't know the linear programming, then we can check the different amount of the chair, we can take the different amount of chairs and different amount of total, as it is a total sum is 60, so we can take 20 tables and 40 chair, or 40 tables and 20 chair, or 25 tables and 35 chair. That means that sum should be 60, whatever chair and table amount we can take. So it is the one thing we have, that it has a maximum 60 pieces. Now whatever we can take, the total amount should be 50,000. That means let we take the 20 and 40, then 2500 into 20 plus 500 into 40 will be not exceed the 50,000. So its amount never exceed 50,000. So that is also the one condition we have. One thing we have to keep in mind, that our maximum investment is not cross the 50,000. Okay. Now second thing, the profit we have. So second thing we have to keep in mind, that its profit must be maximum. That means 250 into the number of the tables plus 75 into the number of chair. It should gives us the maximum value. According that we have to select the number of the tables and the chair. Now student, when we have this type of problem in which we have a maximize, here the question of the maximize profit, sometimes it's a question of minimization of the cost. So when we want to maximize the profit or minimize the cost, and any problem, this type of problem is there where some conditions are given, okay, then this is called an optimization problem. Optimization means we have to maybe maximize or minimize something, okay, maybe there is a cost, production, profit, loss, these all things can be there. for maximize or minimize, then this type of problems are known as a linear programming problem. Okay, linear programming problem is a special type of the optimization problem. Let me see first. Now I hope you understood that this type of the question where some conditions on the conditions as well as the profit amount and everything is given, or the loss amount or the cost amount is given. In that way we have to find out the solution for this. And when this type of arise in the industry, okay, this type of problems are used in the industry to solve the or to find the maximum profit or the maximum loss, is known as a linear programming problems. So let me see the definition of what we can say in our mathematical form first. The optimization problem. Now what is an optimization problem? A problem which seeks to maximize or minimize a function is called the optimization problem. A problem which seeks to maximize or minimize a function. That means a problem if we derive in the form of the maximize or minimize, and we can find out some function for it, then it is called a maximization problem. Okay, how we can do that I will explain again. Now optimization problem may involve the maximization of profit, production, etc., or minimization of the cost from the available sources. This type of problems are known as a optimization problem. Now after optimization we are seeing our topic of this chapter, that is a linear programming problem. Now first we know that the meaning of the linear means degree is 1. That means the variable, whatever variable we have to give it in a degree 1. That means x and y, then x and y, no x square, no y square should be there. So linear programming problem. So let me see. First, the linear programming problem is a special type of the optimization problem. Linear programming problem is a special type of the optimization problem. Now what we can say about the linear programming problem? A linear programming problem deals with an optimization of the linear function of two variables, say x and y, known as objective function, and subject to the condition that the variables are non-negative and satisfy the set of linear inequalities, is called a linear constraint. So what is the linear programming problem? The linear programming problem deals with an optimization of the linear function. So here the given example we can see again. So here the example we have read everything. So let us the conclusion I have make here. So first, suppose a dealer purchase X table and the Y chairs. Okay. Suppose the dealer purchase X table and Y chairs. Here he had make the profit also. That how much profit he can make? Rupees 250 per table and 75 per chair. How much money he has invest? So he can invest total money is not more than 50,000. Okay. Cost. Okay, table cost, that is purchase cost, is 2,500 rupees per table and 500 rupees per chair. And maximum storage space is 60 pieces. Now this is the things we have from the question. Okay, the example is gives us these things. Now here the word we will see in this one, that is at least and at most. This we have seen in the 11th class also, that if there is a at least, that means minimum. That means greater than or equals to. At most, that means maximum. That means less than or equals to. So here, let me see the question. Now here, first things we have, that is the question gives you the how he can make the maximum profit. Now whenever question is maximum profit, minimum cost, minimum loss, then the objective, it is known as an objective function. तो जो भी हम मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट के लिए इक्वेशन बनाएंगे वो उसको हम बोलेंगे ऑब्जेक्टिव फंक्शन या तो फिर ऑप्टिमाइजेशन फंक्शन. ओके, Here the words we can use objective function or optimization problem. Now whenever maximum objective function आएगा, that will be denoted by Z. Now how much the profit? Profit means if we purchase X table and Y chair, its profit is 250 rupees per table and 75 rupees per chair. So 250X plus 75Y. So this is known as the objective function or a maximize function. So first, whatever question which involves the objective function or optimization function is known as an optimization problem. If it is involves the linear variable, then it is known as a LPP. And in this chapter we will see only the question with two variables X and Y. Now conditions, that is known as a constraint. The word we will use subject to the constraints. So here this is the condition. Now you know that students, what is the condition we have? That he does not want to invest more than 50,000 rupees. And second thing, he can store maximum 60 pieces at a time. So here the condition I have written. He can store X plus Y is not more, no, it is maximum 60. Okay, that means less than or equals to 60. Now it has a total money. So if he buy one table in the rupees 2,500 and one chair in the amount of 500, then total amount can be with X chair, X table and Y chair. So 2500 X plus 500 Y is less than or equals to 50,000. So now, and as X and Y represent the number of tables and chairs, so it must be greater than 0. So this is the condition we have. This is the optimization function or a maximum function. So student, whenever the question given to you which involves the maximize function and some condition over it, and in the variable some condition over it, then it is known as a linear programming problem. I hope now you understood what is a linear programming problem. So this is the first thing we have, that is what is a linear programming problem. Now in this is known as the objective function. This where X and Y two variable are known, this two variable known as a decision variable, and then these are the condition over it, and this is known as a constraint. So these are the main features of the LPP or main things that we have to remember, that what is the things we have in this. First, LPP, that means linear programming problem, which involves the maximization of the problem or the minimization of the problem with some condition, with some constraint are given, then this type of problem is known as a linear programming problem. In linear programming problem, you have to remember some word, that is the objective function. So this we have seen in the last example, and this is in the note form. So linear function Z is equals to AX plus BY, where A and B are constant, which has been maximized or minimized, is called the linear objective function. In this example, we have taken Z is equal to 250X plus 75Y, and function is given as a maximize Z. So here I have not written anything here, but when we want to say here, then it is the maximize, so he write down maximum Z. So maximum Z. So this is known as a objective function. Now second thing is the decision variable. In objective function, Z is equals to AX plus BY. X and Y are called the decision variable. Just now I have explained in the question. Constraint, whatever condition given to us are known as the constraint. The linear inequalities or the restriction on the variable of an LPP are called constraint. The condition xy, which is greater than or equals to 0, are called non-negative constraint. Now remember student, here we will take x and y is non-negative in all throughout the chapter. So x and y is greater than or equals to 0 are called a non-negative constraint. Now after this, we have a feasible solution. Now this is the only we have discussed about the it's a formation, that how to form, but we are sick to the we want to get the solution for that what is the solution, how we can maximize or the minimize. So to maximize and minimize this, first we have to form a graph with this constraint. We know that how to solve the inequality we have done in the last year in the 11th class, that how to find the solution of the inequalities, how to represent it is in a graphical. All these things we have done. Now again we will see the same thing. X plus y less than equals to 60. Second thing is 2500x plus 500y less than equals to 50,000 and xy greater than or equals to 0. So these three constraints we will form in a graph. So for this, what we will do? First we do the find the solution for this inequality. Now x plus y is less than equals to 0, 60. That means if x is equals to 0, then y is equals to 60. Y is equals to 0, then x is equals to 60. Just recall it, students, we have done this in the 11th class. We are find the two solution for the inequality. Here 2500x plus 500y is less than equals to 50,000. So we can divide it by 500. So 5x plus y less than equals to 100. Now here this is the simplification. So x is equals to 0, then y is equals to 100. Y is equals to 0, then x is equals to 20. So this is the solution for this two inequality. And x and y is greater than equals to 0. That means it will be in a first quadrant. So let us see with this. This is the graphical form I have made here. So this is x-axis. As your solution will gives us a maximum 60 and 100, so I have taken up to 120. So x-axis and the y-axis. Here x-axis 10, 20, 30, 40, so on. 10, 20, 30, 40, so on. Now let us find out the solution. Let us plot the solution on the graph. First, x plus y less than equals to 60. So x is equals to 0, y is equals to 60. Y is equals to 0 and x is equals to 60. So wait student, for the 1 minute only, I just fix this graph. Okay, thank you for this, for waiting. Now let us start again. So here first graph I am plotting this x plus y is less than equals to 60. Now for this, if x is equals to 0, then y is equals to 60. Y is equals to 0, then x is equals to 60. So this is the line for the inequality x plus y less than equal, and less than equal, so that means it will be below the graph. Or 0 0 we can check, put the 0 0. If 0 0, then 0 is less than 60, obviously. Okay, what we take, that we have taken the 1 point from the solution. First we are check for the origin. So 0 0, so 0 and 0 we put, so 0 plus 0, and 0 is obviously less than equals to, so therefore below portion, the lower portion is our solution. Okay, so this is the line we have made with the black pen. This is the known as a lower solution. Now second graph is 5x plus y is less than equals to 60. Now what is the solution for this? If x is equals to 0, then y is equals to 100. So x is equals 0, y is equals to 100. And y is equals to 0, then x is equals to 20. Y is equals 0, then x is equal to 20. So this 2 point is there. Here x is equals 0, y is equals to 60. X is equals to 20 and y is equals to 0. Just draw the graph. So this is the line will represent 5x plus y less than equals to 100. Again student, less than equals to, so below part. Okay, so we can see that this type of part. So this is the region. This is the part for this line 5x plus y less than equals to 100. Now as we have find out the common region in the 11th standard, similarly we have to find out. So this is the common region, because two conditions are, I forgot to write here, x is greater than or equals to 0 and y is greater than or equals to 0. Now two lines, so x is greater or equal than 0, so upper portion, the right portion, and y is greater or equals to 0, that means upper portion. So common region is this only. So this is the common region for the solution of this question. Okay, and now this is the common region is known as a feasible region. Now this time we have to remember things are there. Now feasible region. The common region determined by all the constraint including non-negative constraint of an LPP is called a feasible region for the problem. Now feasible solution. Now whatever point are there in the feasible region, points within and on the boundary of the feasible region for an LPP represent the feasible solution. So if anyone asks that give one feasible solution for this, then we can write down any point which lies on the boundary, this is the boundary. From this, any point or the inside point are known as a feasible solution. Okay, within and on the boundary, these are known as a feasible solution. And after this we have a infeasible solution. Now what is the infeasible solution? That any point outside the feasible solution. So any point which is outside, just forgot this part. Okay, this part you forgot, and then any point outside it, these all points are known as a infeasible solution, which is not on the border or the boundary and which is not inside. These all are known as a infeasible solution. And last things in this video, that is the optimal feasible solution. Now student, here we have seen that there are infinitely many solutions. So how we can find out the final solution? So for that, any point in the feasible region that gives us the optimal value, maximum or a minimum of the objective function is called an optimal solution. So student, here we are stopped with this video, stop this lecture today. Here we have seen today, again I repeat, the linear programming problem, how to determine that this is a linear programming problem. After the second thing, that the things we have done in the linear programming problem, that is this all are the word we will use throughout the chapter. Then how to form it in the solution. So for the solution, this type of the solution we will see, we will find the maximum function, then it's a condition we have to see, and then we have seen how to plot in the graph and what is the word we have, that is when we can say that what is the solution. So these all are the solution, but solution we don't want, we want the maximize function, and how to solve it and how to find the maximum solution or minimal solution, that we will see in the next lecture. Thank you and have a nice day. Let me thank